what is the best song of Lindsey Buckingham?
Trouble?
Yeah, maybe of his solo work I would say Trouble, which was his only #1 anywhere in the world. It was #1 in Australia, so maybe that's why we like it.
Yeah. What makes the song special?
It has, I think, as with all his songs and all Fleetwood Mac songs, it has the perfect balance of positivity and sadness, and the emotion is just so. It can mean anything and it can make you feel anything. It can make you feel really upset or it can make you feel really joyous. So I think that's the thing I really love about Fleetwood Mac, their ability to transcend emotion.
So why was there a big, well, image of him on the wall in your studio? How come?
Well, I suppose it was he was there to oversee the experiment, and also to remind us of that thing where all the sounds that we wanted to make we wanted to make a really emotional album, one of depth, and have a mystery to it. And so having him there was sort of just a reminder to question everything through his eyes, that kind of thing.
Did you actually do this, like you're saying this now?
Yeah, often.
Yeah, you would look to him. His eyes were about,
literally that big.
the size of basketballs, so it
On
was
our
very
wall.
easy to get lost.
And is there one song that you said, well, this is one song that we wrote and that we were recording and we were a bit, well, we didn't know really where the song was heading, and we looked at him. And
what would Lindsey do?
Yeah. The famous phrase, what would Lindsey do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that there was really. I think it was more just an overwhelm, like a, prevailing presence over the process. That just having him there.
Have you sent him the album?
No, we will though. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well, the album is called Moment Bands. It's been 4 years since your previous album, Places Like This. The previous albums, apart from the first album that was released after 3 years, but then you each had, every 2 years you had a new album, but now it took you 4 years. How come 4 years? What happened?
Well, 1 year of touring.
Yeah.
And then 6 months of conceptualizing, resting, relaxing, cooking, watching football, etc.
Listening Fleetwood Mac
Yeah, exactly.
albums. Yeah.
And then we sort of built our studio space, and we spent, I guess, the best part of 2 years recording and in our studio space. And yeah, that's just how long it took. I mean, our last record we recorded in 4 weeks, and this one took 2 years. And
How come?
we wanted to experiment with the process of recording like a traditional band and doing it very much live, off the cuff, spontaneous recordings, and that was something that we would never do again. It was just a trial for us.
Why?
I think.
Yeah, it was. Why? How come? Why?
It's just not the way we work. We write a lot in the studio, and I think going into the studio with songs already written just didn't really work for us. Like, I think we realised that the real strengths in our records are the moments when the songs do have that depth of production and ideas, and I think that going in there and trying to recapture us as a live band wasn't really what ultimately an Architecture in Helsinki record should be like.
Yeah, the live and the album are separate kind of creative outlets for us as musicians. So mixing them was an interesting process, and we really, really needed to try it, but we weren't happy with the process. So we really wanted to, I guess that's why we took so long on this one. We had our own studio space.
We didn't want to have to make excuses.
Yeah, no excuses. That was the kind of thing.
So when did you know that this wasn't the working process for you recording an album? When did you find out?
Oh,
Early
about one day into the process.
Yeah, 1 day?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But, we wanted to stick with it and see if we could, how it would turn out.
But was it hard then? Did you have some sort of tensions or maybe something like that, or was it just
Yeah, there was a lot of tension and just a lot of pressure of time, and when you're paying for a studio space, it's like you have to have it done in this time because this is all you can afford to pay for.
Yeah, and we don't really like the idea of saying, okay, on Tuesday we have to record this song, we have to do all these things and tick all these boxes. It just doesn't work like that for us. It's much more organic. So, you know, we like to feel like if we can spend a week recording a bass line, then we will do that. Yeah.
Okay, but you're still here, so no breakups?
No. It's all good.
Not at that time.
Yeah.
You're looking for the gossip story.
No, not really. I'm looking for the story of this album, and the story is that you're not really happy with the recording. It took you 2 years, so I must have thinking, well, maybe there's something. It must have been hard then.
No, the last album we weren't happy with recording.
Yeah.
This album we loved every moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry
Yeah.
for the confusion.
Yeah.
The process previously where we recorded our album in 2 weeks in New York City for places like this.
Okay,
Yeah, that was a very
We loved
challenging
recording
time.
Moment Bends. That was like the best recording experience ever.
stark opposites.
Stark opposites, okay.
Very
Yeah.
contrast.